Well, that race was less than stellar compared to the other ones, and some of my favorite drivers had problems. Again. Wow. I'm just going to start with the overall. Overall, the kickoff for the round of 12 wasn't really that great compared to the spring race. Remember these freaking crazy restarts, like especially near the beginning of the race, and it faded out later. It had kind of less than that. It had some stellar racing at points, but less frequent, and the back part of it was just kind of monotone, if that makes any sense. It wasn't really that great. Suffers from mile-and-a-half syndrome, essentially. There was one notable crash, and it happened to Joey Gase, and it was kind of a doozy.
And the 5. Oh, big crash right here. Big hit. He'll hit the inside wall, but the back of that.
Man, that looks worse than my rear end. Although that looked like a pretty hard hit, though. Make that a lot of a doozy, as he also had to go to the hospital, and I'm not sure how he's doing. Hopefully he's doing fine, because we need someone to drive one of those Rickler racing cars. And Gase can actually wheel a car around, considering I think he finished 5th or 6th, like, half a decade ago in a backmarker car in the Xfinity Series, so I hope to see him back soon. On the other side, we had some problems going down in the late stages of the race. There were several drivers that had problems with tires. I know Alex Bowman had a loose wheel. There was Byron's problem. No! Suck my dick! I also know Logano had a problem with one of his wheels, and so did Kyle Busch. And I know Ryan Blaney at one point had a grill covered with debris that made it look like a freaking diaper. I don't know why, it just looked like a diaper. Anyway, as it always does, it comes down to the finish, and, well, the finish was pretty simple here. Coming around to the white flag, does Elliott have anything for Hamlin? Hamlin pulls away here. Now white flag is out, one more lap to go at Las Vegas. Last month, Hamlin was able to pull off a win at Darlington, first race of round 1. Trying to do the same thing for first race of round 2 to make it to round 3. Margin is about half a second. Elliott has been able to charge well through turns 3 and 4. But now, I don't think he's got anything for him. Coming through 3 and 4. Denny Hamlin will win the South Point 400 at Las Vegas. Elliott second. Anyway, yes. Denny Hamlin gets his second win of the season. Second in the playoffs, which automatically catapults into the round of 8. And his 46th career win overall. Here's the top 10. You can see several of the playoff drivers. Tyler Reddick had a really good run today. He ended up finishing 6th and was battling for the lead at one point, which frankly I think it would have been nice to see him win, continuing the trend of the non-playoff drivers winning this weekend, but that didn't happen. Larson was able to battle back from, well, the off-sync pit strategy that doomed his other Hendrick teammates, unfortunately. But he was able to battle back from that to finish in 10th position. So also Keselowski had a good run, which frankly he needed. He was below the cut line, and right now he is, I believe, 8th. So he's like about 4 or 5 points over. That's 3 or 4 points on the cut line. And this is all important because drivers that are close on the cut line are going to be battling hard at Talladega. And if they battle hard at Talladega, great for the fans, horrible for the drivers and their budgets. Anyway, as for the playoff standings, the JGR cars of Hamlin, Truex, and Busch all finished top 5, and Hamlin won. They all have enough points to not even be in this picture. Same for Larson, considering he still has a mass amount of playoff points. See at the bottom, Chase Elliott ran second, got a lot of stage points over the course of the race, was able to also unlap himself earlier, similar to how he unlapped himself at Richmond, now that I think about it. But he was able to finish strong and get on the top end of the cutoff here. The Penske cars of Logano and Keselowski ran well enough also to, as I mentioned before, so they're also above the cut line, but only just barely. Byron had a tire go down, which wasn't advantageous. Kevin Harvick started out in the hole due to the fact that he was last to be seated, which is why he's still down here. Christopher Bell had problems for most of the day. Speeding on pit road forced him a lap down, and he got lapped again and again, and it was just not a pretty sight there. And that's your bottom 408. As I mentioned before, we're going to Talladega next week, and that's going to be a pretty hectic sight. Probably going to see safer drivers. Maybe some are going to hold it back, like I suspect some of the Joe Gibbs racing cars will. I believe that is what they did last year. You're going to see more of the guys that are on the cut line, maybe Logano and Keselowski, Byron Harvick, since they're within single digits of each other, to try and go all out here, earn stage points, and go out for the win. It's going to be pretty hectic out there. You'll love to see it. I guess for the race overall, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10. It wasn't extremely exciting, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, I hope you like this race review and reaction. Make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. This is BowserJrXD signing off. Have a good one.